Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Erin Clark. Oh, I get to take this off. I know, it's so lovely. It's like the latest in bracelets, right? That's what we just walk around. I can't tell you how nice it is to be back. My second in-person event in 2 years. It's been a long time, and I know it has been a long time for all of you. But here we are, beautiful Spanish Bay, to renew this tradition. It has been 2 years since the last time we gathered together at this ballroom. Over those 2 years, our community has faced unprecedented challenges. I think that might be an understatement. Today's event is a celebration of the resilience of our local business community and a tribute to those who continue to give back. Resilient you have all been. Can't thank you enough for all that you do. Employers and business owners who supported their employees and clients through all of these tumultuous times. We have generous donors, volunteers, community organizers who continue to support those in our community. We're proud to celebrate their accomplishments and renew this annual tradition. Today's event, we will honor 4 individuals who represent the best in Central Coast business and philanthropy. The 2022 class of Junior Achievements Monterey Bay Business Hall of Fame. Our honorees comprise the 17th class of inductees into the Hall of Fame, and we're proud to recognize them as they join the distinguished ranks of past Hall of Fame laureates, many of whom are with us today. We will also celebrate the Junior Achievements commitment to youth economic empowerment. More than ever, in these times, it is vital that we invest in our youth and provide them with the inspiration to succeed in the 21st century workplace. Today, we will learn a lot more about Junior Achievement's career readiness, entrepreneurship, personal finance programs, and their successful adaptations to an ever-changing learning environment that certainly is challenging these days. Welcome to all our virtual guests as well. Welcome to the new normal. Those guests joining us today via a live simulcast, and they are watching from their homes and offices. We thank you for joining us to honor the Hall of Fame laureates and to support this great cause. We're going to start things off with a message. I want to turn your attention to both screens as we have a message from our presenting sponsor, First Capital Bank.
Good afternoon. It is my privilege to officially commence today's program and welcome you all to the 2022 JA Monterey Bay Business Hall of Fame Luncheon. My name is Sam Jimenez, CEO of First Capital Bank. We are pleased to join you in honoring the 4 esteemed laureates whose professional success and community involvement have earned them induction into the Business Hall of Fame today. We are proud to continue our partnership with Junior Achievement and to celebrate JA's impact on the Central Coast. During today's proceedings, you will be introduced to a few of the programs that Junior Achievement delivers in our community. Programs that provide young people the building blocks for lifelong success. Personal finance lessons, career readiness skills, and entrepreneurship education. Junior Achievement and its community of teachers, partners, and volunteers continue to impact the youth in our community, despite all the changes and challenges we've faced over the last couple of years. First Capital Bank is proud to support Junior Achievement's virtual and hybrid programs, and we're excited to support JA's traditional classroom programs when it is safe to return to in-person teaching with the kids. Thank you for joining us today to support youth economic empowerment on the Central Coast.
Had that little delay, that audio delay. I'm familiar with that. But thank you, Sam, and thank you to First Capital Bank for the continuing support for Junior Achievement's Monterey Bay Business Hall of Fame. It is my honor now to introduce our first speaker, Junior Achievement's Central Coast Regional Director, Taryn Barca Hall.
It's a lovely piece of technology here, our raising podium. I love that every year. And as Erin said, it's been 2 years. Like, oh my goodness gracious. I am so pleased to be standing up here and so excited to be back with all of you guys. It's a rare treat. It's like a sigh of relief. It just feels fantastic. So Pleasure to be with you. Great to renew this annual tradition. As many of you know, Junior Achievement is dedicated to growing the next generation of business leaders. JA area offices around the country host annual Business Hall of Fame events just like this to recognize those who have paved the way for our young people. So our Hall of Fame laureates today are role models for JA youth. They're inspiring examples of real-world success. So this annual event is more than just an awards luncheon. For JA, it really is an annual reminder of why we do what we do. We are trying to grow the next generation of Sharon Dilbecks and Susie Boutnets and Judy and Dick, truly. So this is an important reminder for us, and it's so great. It is so fantastic to be with you guys today. Today's event would not be possible without the generous support of a number of key JA Central Coast champions. So I'm going to take a few moments right off the top to say some thank yous. So please bear with me, and if you see these folks during the event, feel free to shake their hand and congratulate them as well. So first, our local leadership. If you are in this ballroom and you're a JA Business Hall of Fame event committee member or board member, please stand up, and the names will be on the screen here. So I see Steve there, we've got Chris there, Sean, yep, Dr. Candace, and so this group, our event committee guys, we started this back in 2020. We then went through the roller coaster of a virtual event in 2021, changes, uncertainty. They maintained their commitment to JA and to the tradition of the Business Hall of Fame. So sincerely, our thanks to that group. Special thanks to a few committee members who are here in the ballroom today. Ted Burke from Shadowbrook, give us a wave. Thank you, sir. Chris Shake, Shake Family of Restaurants, Shake Enterprises. Nick Pasculi. Nick, where are you? Thank you, Nick. Dr. Sean Kameth is back with us. Sean. And I'll finish with this as far as personal thank yous now. One of our governing board members is here, and I had this conversation with him earlier. The only individual who's been to every one of these events since the very first year, 2005, Steve Troy. Steve. Thank you, Steve, for all that you do for JA. Next, a few quick thank yous to our sponsors and our partners, starting with First Capital Bank. I've got our First Capital friends right here. Thank you to First Capital. We heard from Sam. He wasn't able to be here in person, but his team is here, and we're really appreciative and grateful to have you as a partner for this event and for all that we do on the Central Coast. Thank you for sticking with us through a couple of crazy years, genuinely. Thank you for your support. Pebble Beach Company, our host, one of our most important partners in this area. We were unable to get together in person in 2021, so our friends at Pebble Beach opened their doors to us here at Spanish Bay last spring. They provided material support, they provided their creative energy to host a virtual gala live from the Troon Room downstairs by the fire pits. I mean, not something that we could have ever envisioned having to do, but really a special opportunity. It provides some really important bridge funding for us over a complicated year, and Pebble Beach, thank you. So. Thank your servers too. We love Pebble Beach. We love Pebble Beach. Okay, so yeah, challenging times that we've all endured, and I think a particular group that has been challenged the last couple of years. How about our educators? Okay, I want to talk briefly about our educators. So we would not be able to offer the programs that we offer and connect with our students without the active support of all of our education partners. Teachers, in many ways, are the heart and soul of the JA mission. Their commitment to local students inspires us to work every day toward our guiding purpose, which is empowering young people from all backgrounds, all circumstances, to take ownership of their future economic success. That's why we're here. That's why we do what we do. So, very pleased to have a representative from one of our education partners with us today. She's with North Monterey County Unified School District. First met her a few years ago when she was an elementary school principal. She's now at the district office, and she works to promote career readiness and 21st century skill development with all North County kids. So, Therese Phillips, will you mind joining me up here? my mask back on, and the stage is yours.
Good afternoon, everyone. Quite a responsibility to represent all educators aligned with junior achievement, but I will do my best to do that for you today. So my name is Therese Phillips, and I'm from North Monterey County Unified School District up in Moss Landing, Prunedale, the Salinas area, where I am the administrator for engagement and achievement and attendance for students in the middle years. I come actually with a business degree from Long Island University. I'm a native New Yorker, but a family relocation to California led to a teaching career where I started as a substitute teacher. So high demand now, I feel like I was a VIP back then. I was a classroom teacher for 15 years, a middle school assistant principal for 3, an elementary school principal for 3 years. So I'm a teacher at heart, and leading kids is my passion. Now I work with students who are in grades 4 through 9, and my job is to improve their experience by providing extraordinary opportunities for them. And Junior Achievement is one of our outstanding partnerships who help me to do this. At North Monterey County, we have a community alliance of partnerships who are focused on guiding our students and our families from cradles, literally from being babies, all the way to their career, whether that takes them through college or on the technical path. With programs in and out of the classroom, our collective impact as a community provides pathways for our students no matter which avenue they choose, and we're very thankful for that. My job is to guide students during the middle years of grades 4 through 9, connecting them from elementary school to middle school to high school and beyond. This community in turn invests so we work on connecting them with the community, and then the community in turn gets to invest in their future. Junior Achievement and the work that they do in our schools is key to that success. Junior Achievement has worked with North Monterey School District, providing partnerships in every school and every grade, and we're preschool all the way through high school for many, many years. One of our principals, Melissa Lewington, principal of Prunedale Elementary School, has worked with Junior Achievement for over 12 years in 2 school districts and had this to say: Junior Achievement in one day provides students grades K through 6 a glimpse into financial literacy that they will need for a successful financial future. The absolute bonus is that community volunteers get to work with our students. When March 2020 came, everyone in education was forced to quickly adjust to constant states of change. And Junior Achievement was able to keep up with this change and continue to serve our students in many ways with different programs. Always innovating, new for this year, Junior Achievement Inspire will work with our students in grades 8 through 12, and we're so excited to start with them and see what opportunities this program provides for us. At North Monterey County, we pride ourselves on the success of our students, and we thank you for your continued support. We know that our students will prove to you that they too can make a difference in the community. I want to thank you for having us and your continued support in education.
Thank you. There's, so many people that I'm in awe of over the last 2 years, but 2 groups in particular, and that would be parents of school-age children and teachers. So a big round of applause, especially for our teachers who are doing an amazing job under really, really tough circumstances. It's now my honor to introduce you to our next featured speaker, Miss Christine Burr.
Good afternoon. My name is Christine Burr, and I'm the president and CEO of Junior Achievement of Northern California. I've done so many of these remarks virtually. I don't even know what to do. Like, I'm so used to reading a teleprompter. I'm never having the ability to react to my crowd. So if I get a little crazy, you'll know why. It's a really fun experience anyway. So yeah, we are probably going to say this over and over. The last 2 years, they've been daunting, that's for sure. But I'm thinking about how everybody had to face challenges. You know, the schools were definitely in a position, but every business leader had to make a decision when we hit March of 2020 about what to do. And thankfully, I'm here to tell you that Junior Achievement positioned us very well to be able to keep the students within the fold. We had quite a few digital programs already, but then Junior Achievement, the USA group that creates all of the curriculum, and my team innovated in a way that I really could never have predicted, and I'm so incredibly proud of them. Business partners rallied around us, the schools rallied around us, and quickly we were able to transition into this virtual world and create amazing experiences for students who were so scared, and they were so hopeless, and they were so worried about what their future held. And we were holding their hands in this virtual world and creating experiences, initially light touches, but then we figured out how to do it for all students in all of our programs, grades K through 12, and it was really quite extraordinary. You know, we had this program, this very simple lift. We do this a lot with our new partners. It's called All About Cars, where virtual volunteers will come in and they'll teach a high school student what it means to purchase a car. Can they afford to purchase a car? I mean, it's a big deal. They're super interested. They dial in and they're like, oh, that's really cool. But then we take the same types of volunteers after that initial experience, and we work with them to do things that are even more extraordinary, like start a business. So think about all of the entrepreneurs in this room right now, the people that we're going to honor today. Junior Achievement will spend an entire semester with a group of high school students and take them from a business concept to actually scaling their business and competing for the right to say that they are the Junior Achievement Company of the Year. And in 1919, that's how we started as an organization. We taught kids how to start businesses at the end of the war, and it was critically, vitally important, and we're still doing it more than 100 years today. So I just think about that. I think about the fact that we really, you know, while we weren't able to do things the way that we wanted to do them, because we love the in-person mentoring, we love to be in close proximity with you all, the students need it, but we still were able to do things like, gosh, Pebble Beach, they did a virtual job shadow, live, with every business unit. They had chefs that were cooking and teaching students about all of the different components of their business, which aren't obvious to most kids, and it was really great. And I am just so thrilled to have their partnership and the students that got to do that with us. We did this event, we used to do it live. There were 800 students in an expo center. It's called She Leads. It was a women in STEM leadership event. It felt really good to pack an event center. We did it virtually, and guess what? Kids from Watsonville got to participate, and they were working with female corporate mentors from the Silicon Valley and all over the world. That would not have happened had we not had this virtual challenge. So all of a sudden, what might have been the trajectory of these girls' lives was instantly changed because we were able to activate it like that. Junior Achievement also realizes that jobs and careers of all kinds are super vitally important. So really understanding all of the different industry sectors, but also the limitations of producing. Remember what a career fair might have been like when you were in high school? You're in your like multi-purpose room or whatever that is, and all of these little companies in your community would come. We've done that, and we've done it in the virtual environment. We call it JA Inspire. And you know what? I think we have a video to show that's really cool. So can we cue that for our guests?
JA Inspire Virtual is more than a career fair. It brings together the business community and local schools to help launch students into their future, including high school, college, and careers beyond. The program consists of 3 segments: a pre-event curriculum that may be completed by students independently or with educator involvement, a virtual career expo experience, and a post-event. JA Inspire Virtual 6 sessions help students align their interests to career clusters, identify potential future careers, and enhance their soft skills. Students then use this foundation to explore companies and careers of interest at the JA Inspire Virtual Career Fair. This exploration includes engaging company representatives with questions relevant to their own career interests. Following the career fair, students work on a plan that connects what they've learned with educational coursework, extracurricular activities, and networking. VFairs, the online interactive platform used to host the JA Inspire Virtual Career Expo, is accessible from any device and doesn't require downloads. The virtual environment mimics the dynamics of a face-to-face event and includes a virtual lobby, company booths, and an auditorium where students can attend webinars and presentations. The learning experience can be revisited multiple times following the live event, and students can collect information in a virtual backpack to send home and share with family members or teachers. The experience can be configured in a variety of ways, depending on community preferences. Best of all, it's free to schools and students and aligns with Junior Achievement's work and career readiness pathway approach. To learn more, contact your local JA office.
I mean, my gosh, it's so very, very cool. We have 45 booths right now, and my challenge to all of you in this room is to make a booth. Why not? It's an easy lift. We'd love to have you. We have about 5,000 students signed up. We launched this on December 9th. We're going to keep it open through June. It's one of those things that can be accessed anytime, anywhere. Kids can do it with their teachers. They can do it at home. Our goal is for every middle and high school student to have this experience. And we need you. And we'll talk about what you can do to help us out a little bit later. But I just want to bring Taran back to the podium so that he can continue this program. I just wanted to thank you so much for your support and for being with us these last 2 years.
We're going to talk about leadership a lot today, and I'll just say we at Junior Achievement of Northern California are very lucky to have Christine as our leader. So, thank you, Christine. Thank you very much. And Inspire. I mean, Christine, we are genuinely excited. I feel exactly the same way, and I love the challenge that she finished on. We've got a program booth out in the hall today in the lobby, so at any point you can stop by. We'd love to get you involved, host a booth. It's amazing. It's a great program. Now, a few other programs I'm going to mention, just to kind of give you a quick update. You may remember JA Finance Park. So a couple years ago, last time we were in this ballroom, we were talking about our in-person finance park. It's a simulation of real-life personal finance for teenagers, okay? Amazing program. Well, guess what? In the last 2 years, that program has also gone fully virtual. So today, students in all 3 Central Coast counties are signed up. That program includes a curriculum. We now have a self-guided option where kids can go through a comprehensive personal finance curriculum independently. And the simulation is all online. It's a virtual simulation of life in the real world, the video game of real life. So that program is happening. You can sign up as a volunteer. We include volunteers through drop-in sessions. So kids, as they're going through the curriculum, can just drop in on Zoom and meet with the banker for 1 hour. Right? Ask them a million questions about car loans and credit and whatever. That's so easy to do in the virtual space. And yeah, so stop by in the booth and see Heather at any point today. Our JA days, some of you who go way back may remember when visiting a school, joining a first grade or second grade class. We now do those virtually and in a hybrid format. So we are teaching first and second graders about the building blocks of finance and career readiness in a hybrid virtual implementation model. Incredible. This is the adaptation that we've been talking about throughout the day. And there are opportunities for you guys in this room to be a part of that. So again, you can sign up. Just leave your email address. We'll send you some information. Scan some of the QR codes on your table. Again, the theme, this idea that all of these programs and opportunities can be offered without geographic or logistical constraints, that's a real deal. It's been amazing. So an example that came to my mind as we're talking about this, just recently, we had students from the Bitterwater Tully School District. You may not know that district very well. It's in a rural South San Benito County, right? So it's in the middle of nowhere. Never in the past would we have been able to serve those students. It just would not have been conceivable. This past year, they participated in a virtual job shadow. They completed JA programs. So that is the silver lining that we're talking about. It's real, and it's been amazing to see. So today, all of our programs are available in person, virtually, or through a hybrid format. It's been a huge undertaking requiring the creativity, ingenuity, and hard work of all of our staff, volunteers, and educators. We're pretty proud, we're pretty proud of the work that we've put in, our ability to maintain our commitment to youth economic empowerment. We're excited. We're looking forward to the day soon when we can go back to our traditional in-person mentoring, but we're also really excited that we have all of these options. The future is hybrid, and JA will always be there for our students. That's our commitment. This leads to my humble appeal to you in the audience and those of you at home joining us virtually. JA Inspire, JA Finance Park, all of our programs are provided at no cost to students, no cost to families, no cost to schools, or our many after-school partners. All the costs of developing and implementing these programs comes from the generous support of our foundation funders and individual donors. So, we're here in this ballroom together, we're joined virtually. Our challenge, will you join our community of JA champions? So will you consider today supporting our mission and making a personal donation? As always, we have a special opportunity. So anybody, if you give $100 or more, each increment of $100 will enter you into our grand prize raffle, okay? So in the past, we've given away trips, we've given away foursomes of golf. We've always got incredible opportunities for our grand prize winners. So that's my offer to you all. If you were able to register for our online auction, you can give directly through that app or through that website. There are pledge cards on your table. Quick note about the auction, by the way. So it's tech-based, right? It's touchless. So we're not sharing pens. We're not doing a silent auction out in the lobby. It's all through the app. That can lead to technical difficulties at times. So we're leaving the auction open till Monday. So don't stress, no pressure. If you see an auction item out in the hall and you want to bid on it, you can bid through the weekend, and we'll settle that all up on Monday. So if you need tech support with the Givey app or anything else, talk to our team. We'll make that happen. If you'd like to give a personal donation to support our programs, we have staff in the crowd. We've got staff with credit card swipers. We can do whatever you need. And check this out, okay? So if we have a table where all table guests commit a gift today, we would love to hear a little ring. So there's a bell on every table. That's just a fun challenge. I'm not saying you have to, but if you can convince your whole crew, please give us a little jingle and we will celebrate with you and celebrate your support of JA. Okay, so we've got some instructions on the table for making a gift, and I think we'll project some on the screen. Every dollar makes a difference. Please help us empower JA students through your gift today. Thank you. Please ring those bells. Okay, we're gonna take a short break. So if you wanna make a donation, we've got a few minutes in the program. If you wanna finish lunch, we'll give a nice little 5-10 minute intermission. Okay, thank you guys.
great thing about Pebble Beach. There are many great things about Pebble Beach. That's like awesome. Thank you for all of you who have donated to Junior Achievement, who are thinking about donating to Junior Achievement. AT&T just donated $1,500. We want a special thank you to them. I've had a chance to see some of these programs in person and in action, and it's really impressive, especially when you see young people really start to engage in some of these issues that are really going to impact their future. And that's what Junior Achievement does day in and day out, and that's what all of your dollars and all of these donations will help support. So we really, really thank you for that. A couple of housekeeping items. We are going to keep the silent auction open until Monday, so you can do that home, from your computer, something that you really, really want, you can keep that going. So again, if you haven't donated and you're thinking about it, we'll just keep ringing the bells. We had a couple bell rings there, so we thank you for that. It is now time to turn our attention to what we came here for, one of the important things that we came here for today, and that is our guests of honor, the community leaders who comprise the 2022 class of the Monterey Business Hall of Fame. They joined a distinguished group of past Hall of Fame inductees who together make up a very prestigious list. And there you can see it on both sides. Our 2022 inductees make up the 17th class of the Business Hall of Fame. At this point, we would like to ask any former laureates to please stand and be recognized. We all also want to salute all of those who are joining us virtually. Thank you for your leadership and service to the community. Big round of applause for everything that they do. This is how it's going to work. I'm going to give you, we have 4 honorees today. I'm going to give you a little bit of a detailed background on each one of them so you can kind of understand how they got to this moment in time. And it's their accomplishments in the business world, but it is also their commitment to community that we are celebrating today. After I give you that background, we will ask the honoree to come up and give you a few words. And I guess it's like an acceptance speech, kind of like the Academy Awards, only different. Our first honoree is a 7th generation Californian. I was reading that, and you know, we always say 7th generation, 5th generation. Think of that. 7th generation Californian, whose legacy in business and philanthropy spans from the Central Coast to the Central Valley. Susie Boutonet's earliest mentors were her maternal grandparents. They rose at 4 a.m. every day and supported their family. They passed along that work ethic to young Susie while also role modeling a loving sense of loyalty and dedication to family. Susie's dedication clearly extends to her community as well, and this is a theme that we will see over and over and over again. Her work in sustainable and affordable housing development has provided homes to countless Central Californian families, and her impact on local nonprofit organizations and charitable causes is second to none. Becky Michael with Monterey Peninsula College has seen Susie in action on behalf of the MPC Foundation, where Susie is an active board member. And Becky shared the following thoughts. Susie is a genuinely community-minded leader who quietly inspires others through example. She always follows through on her commitments and gives generously of her time, talents, and resources. She is truly a beautiful person inside and out. For years, Susie has supported the Salvation Army here on the Monterey Peninsula and Sabu Savari, an annual event that directly funds the Salvation Army's many local programs and services. Asked to describe Susie's volunteer work, her friend Chris Shake said, "I don't know where she gets the energy. Mornings she's there, evenings she's there." Same work ethic her grandparents demonstrated back on the ranch, Susie brings to her philanthropic work. We asked Susie about the responsibility borne by the business community to make our Central Coast a better place, and this is what she said. "We have a huge responsibility. When you're in a position of leadership, you set the tone," and Susie does. Susie challenges herself and her business partners to think beyond writing checks, to actively support local causes and help reinvigorate our community while honoring our unique local history. As her friend and colleague Becky put it, Susie walks the walk and leads with humility, compassion, and grace. Today, Susie is excited to embrace the next chapter, to pursue new opportunities, and says her goals are ever evolving. She is proud to see how her children have grown into successful young adults and leaders in their own right, and she is grateful for the many friendships and relationships she has forged over the years. Today, this room is full of many of those close associates who have worked side by side with Susie and are proud to call her a friend. Please join me in congratulating Susie Boutonnet and her induction into the 2022 class of the Monterey Bay Business Hall of Fame.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Thank you so much. It's okay, don't worry. Okay. I don't know how to follow that one up. Thank you. Thank you so much. I am incredibly humbled and just very, very surprised to be nominated for this award alongside so many amazing people. I'm a seventh-generation Californian, as was mentioned, and I have deep roots in agriculture, and I love where I live. My Depression-era grandparents provided a shining example of service and hard work and frugality. The values that were instilled in me by my family reflect the philosophy of junior achievements. Hard work and service were fundamental, and we were taught the importance of budgeting and money management from a young age. I grew up witnessing the value of service patterned to me by my parents and grandparents. This legacy of giving continued when I joined the Boutonnet family. Despite all of that, I still had a mother that was crippled with addiction and mental health issues. Being raised by someone struggling with those issues meant that I was often unsafe and neglected. Because of this, I deeply connect to the needs of those in my community. Of course, all of this would not be possible without my family. Thank you. Oh, I'm so sorry, you guys. I just completely had my speech in the wrong order. There you go. Everyone lighten the mood for me. So the compassion that's exemplified through the work that's done by the Salvation Army deeply aligns with my personal ethos. I've been honored to be involved with the Sabu Sheikh Senior Memorial Foundation and the Sabu Safari Gala. This amazing group of individuals have not only blessed me with treasured friendships, but have also been able to raise more than $5.5 million to provide food and shelter for those in need on the Monterey Peninsula. Thank you, Chris, Sabu, Karen, Betty, Jackie, Judge Price, Joanne, and Anita for all that you do for our community. Access to education is fundamental to success. While I never graduated from high school, junior college was my gateway to continue education. I attended Monterey Peninsula College and eventually moved on to complete my master's at USC summa cum laude. Thank you. I now have the privilege to sit on the Monterey Peninsula College Foundation Board to help safeguard access and affordability to quality education in our community. Thank you, Becky, and everyone else here from Monterey Peninsula College for all that you do. Most recently, I have had the privilege to be a part of the Salinas Police Foundation that supports our police force, specifically around mental illness awareness and training. Thank you, Dr. Cabrera and Judge Price, for including me in these important efforts. Of course, all of this would not be possible without my family. Thank you to my amazing children. You literally inspire me every day. Thank you to Troy for being my best friend and biggest cheerleader. Thank you to my dad, who's 82 years young yesterday, and also my greatest example of quiet and humble service. Thank you, Diane, Patty, Terry, Ed, Rosa, and all of my wonderful brothers and sisters, some of them which are here today. I appreciate the nominating committee for recognizing my work and for sharing my goals and hopes for our community's future. I also wanted to extend a big and well-deserved congratulations to Judy, Sharon, and Dick for receiving this recognition. To the youth out there, I would offer this advice. Learn the value of hard work and recognize the importance of giving back. Thank you to Junior Achievements, not only for hosting this amazing event, but more importantly, thank you for the invaluable service that you offer to the youth in our community and around the world. Your investment will surely impact every person in this room.
Thank you, Susie. Our next honoree has been at the helm of the Salinas Valley, one of the Salinas Valley's most successful family-owned businesses for decades. Dilbeck and Sons Construction was founded by Sharon Dilbeck's late father-in-law, Fred. And it was Fred who served as Sharon's mentor in the early years, helping her hone her expertise in estimating, constructing, and project management. Sharon, though, she had to learn on the job and tackle the challenges faced by all women in the business world in those days, and probably especially in construction. She approached her work with the simple mindset that she was just as capable and knowledgeable as her male peers. The business flourished under her leadership, handling major commercial and public projects and employing as many as 100 full-time employees. Today, Dilbeck and Sons provides architectural design and construction management for private, commercial, and public projects throughout Northern and Central California, still led by Sharon and their family from their home base in Salinas. For Sharon, family has always come first. She and her husband Wayne are joined in the business by 2 of their children, and Sharon considers it a privilege to work side by side with her family every day. And she gives credit for the company's success to their longtime employees, saying, "Our people make us a great company." After 4 decades in the business, Sharon and her team have seen it all, good and challenging times. Asked for the key to weathering the ups and downs, Sharon shared some fundamental principles that guide her approach. Stay true to yourself, do the best you can, stay honorable, and stay committed to your people. Sharon's commitment has extended well beyond the Dilbeck and Sons team, of course. As the business has grown and thrived, Sharon has consistently supported local causes with a particular emphasis on youth programs, education, and athletics, causes that have been important to her since her days coaching softball. She is an active member of the Hartnell College Foundation Board, helping guide their Women's Education Leadership Institute, and she has provided her leadership expertise and resources in support of Hartnell's Sustainable Construction Management Program. We asked her fellow Hartnell Foundation board member, Nick Pasculi, to describe Sharon in a single word. He said, determined. That determination, that resolve, is what led to Sharon's success as a female executive in the construction business and continues to guide her work today. And as Sharon will tell you, she enjoys going to work every day. She loves what she does and considers herself blessed. Sharon's proudest achievement, though, is raising her family and being an active mother and grandmother. She and Wayne are now the proud grandparents of 12. So the Dilbeck family tradition, which has endured in the Salinas Valley for generations, is poised to continue well into the future. Please join me in welcoming to the stage Sharon Dilbeck. Sharon, congratulations on your induction into Junior Achievements Monterey Bay Business Hall of Fame.
Good afternoon. Unlike everybody else, I'm going to read mine. I never imagined myself standing here and accepting such a prestigious recognition for something I love doing and getting to work with my family and people I consider my friends. Being in construction is definitely a labor of love, and what has made my career rewarding are the people that I get to work side by side with every day and our clients. Every building we build leaves a legacy and a loving monuments to the people that built them and those that use them. As I gathered my thoughts in preparation for today, I realized that the success of our family business is my husband, Wayne. When Wayne's dad, Fred, died in 1985, my father-in-law's wish was for me to be the president. My father-in-law taught me so much about the business and made sure that I learned it from the bottom up. However, my husband, Wayne, was my rock, and if it wasn't for him, I would not be standing here today. Delbeck & Sons is all about family, and I am so blessed to have two of my 4 children, Eric and Aaron, work by my side every day. I love them so much and so proud of what they have helped me and their dad achieve over the years. My 2 other children, not in the business, Justin and Laura, have also supported us in sometimes challenging business, and I could not be more grateful. I love them all so much, and to think I used to be mom and now I'm the boss. Well, some things don't change with a title. The great thing about a family business, especially at this stage in my life, is that I get to work with my lovely daughter-in-law, Tiffany, Eric's wife, and a few of my grandkids, Kyle and Caleb. This has been an added blessing as well. Over the years, there are 2 special women who work for our family business that have become good friends. Jennifer, you're truly my right hand, my traveling buddy, and my partner in crime. And you've always been there for me, and I'm beyond blessed to have you in my life. And Julie, you have been a friend and a rock for our family business and have kept our finances in tip-top shape. Thank you both for helping us be the best company we can be. Having such a great team and a supportive family has allowed me to do the things that brought me great joy over the years, like taking carloads of kids from East Alisal, coached by my son Aaron, to soccer games all over the state, and providing them opportunities not only to play a sport, but to grow as individuals, wonderful young people pursuing their hopes and their dreams. And being involved in the Women's Educational and Leadership Institute at Hartnell College. Wow, what an experience to watch young women who have faced unbelievable challenges rise up into great leaders and role models for others. Hearing their stories and watching them grow has touched my heart in so many ways. When it comes right down to it, I would not be here had it not been, not been remotely successful had it not been for my God. My Lord has blessed me abundantly, and I am forever grateful and mindful that simple truth, God is indeed good. I am humbled by this recognition and wish to thank the Junior Achievement for this great honor. At the end of the day, I share this with my friends, my family, my co-workers, without whom none of this would have been possible. Thank you all from the bottom of my heart.
Going to take a really, really short break. Tara's going to come up and do a little business also. Keep thinking about how you want to fill out those pledge cards, if you haven't already. I got one chuckle. We'll ring some more bells. Anyway, Tara's going to do a little business. We'll get right back to our honorees in just a short break.
Thank you, Erin. By the way, could we do an event like this without Erin Clark? I mean, how lucky are we to have Erin Clark as our MC? Thank you, Erin. Thank you. Okay, so real quick, just some raffle winners. So before you leave, there were a few items that are day of. Sarah Gablin, you won a prize out in the lobby. You can claim it anytime. And we had Woody, my good friend Woody Kelly, you won a prize. Judy, you actually won something too. Hey! Steve Keller, I think you won something. And then I have a last name, Pacciori. Excuse me, I don't know you personally. Pacciori or Paciori was also a winner. So that was it. We're going to continue with the program. Never too late to give an additional gift or stop by our program booth and sign up as a volunteer. And yeah, the show goes on. Thank you.
After I read all of these backgrounds, it kind of occurs to me that I got to step up my game. Man. Our next Hall of Fame laureate broke down barriers in business, has been a leader in her field and her community for decades. Judy Guzman Kruger grew up in San Diego, raised by hardworking parents who overcame obstacles and inspired Judy to aim high. Her dad lived modestly and frugally, saving money to put his children through college. It wasn't until after he passed, though, that Judy learned he'd not only worked to support her and her brother, but also quietly paved the way for 8 of Judy's cousins to pursue their education as well. Judy's mom, an immigrant from Mexico, arrived in this country speaking no English and left school at the 6th grade. Years later, after marrying and raising her family, she would return to school, attending junior college, then San Diego State, earning a master's degree at the age of 50 and becoming an educator. With a role model like that, it is easy to understand the tenacity and commitment that Judy brought to bear as a leader in the banking world. Judy achieved success in a time and place where not many women, and in particular Latino women, were positioned for professional success. She served 17 years, rising through the ranks at Wachovia and Wells Fargo. At the midpoint of her career, she challenged herself to reach the next level. She pursued additional education in banking and was soon recruited to a leadership role. She would serve in an executive capacity at Bank of America and Wells Fargo before taking the reins of the Monterey Bay market for Union Bank, a role she held until this past year. During her years with Union Bank, Judy helped found Adelante, the bank's Hispanic Enterprise Resource Group. In 2016, she was recognized by Latina Style magazine as one of the top 10 Latina corporate executives in the United States. Let that sink in. Judy's accomplishments and accolades in a traditionally male-dominated industry are a product of her overall leadership approach. Her belief that a bank should mirror a community and that corporate leaders must be willing to listen to their customers and their employees. As her longtime Union Bank colleague Woody Kelly put it, when Judy takes on a commitment, she goes all out. There is no such thing as good enough. When Judy believes in something, she gives it her all. She inspires others to follow her lead. Numerous local nonprofits have benefited from that commitment. Judy has served on the boards of the Boys and Girls Club, the Community Foundation, Girls Health in Girls' Hands, CSUMB College of Business, and of course, 6 years as the chair of Junior Achievements Local Board. Since retiring from banking, Judy has turned her energies toward successful personal and family business interests, founding a company called Tulipan LLC, and her philanthropic efforts continue as well. Judy and her brother Gilbert were able to pay the ultimate tribute to their late parents through their generous seed funding of the Community Foundation's Siembra Latinos Fund. Through this community partnership, Judy and her family have provided scholarships for low-income students and funding for organizations working on behalf of the Latino community here on the Central Coast. Asked to articulate the family legacy that she is so proud to continue, Judy described it as follows: a legacy of love, education, empowerment, and paying it forward. These are the values that transcend generations and uplift communities, values that all business and community leaders should take to heart. Judy has. So Judy, we salute you today for all that you have accomplished professionally and the positive impact that you continue to have on communities here on the Central Coast. Congratulations on your induction to the Monterey Bay Business Hall of Fame.
Situate here, but is it all the way down? I need a box to stand on. Okay. So I went to UC Santa Barbara to study Spanish literature and become a television broadcaster. Did you know that? I'm glad I didn't. The summer between my freshman and sophomore year in college, I was living in a beach house with 7 other girls, and I was working at a restaurant as a waitress. One day, I got a letter from one of my roommates' banks, and it said that the check she had given me to pay for her share of the rent had actually bounced. I was not very happy about that. She assured me it was a bank error, and I just had to go down to the bank and talk to a supervisor. So I did. I went to the bank. I asked to speak to a supervisor, and this person right here walks over to me and says, "Hi, I'm Danny Kruger. I can help you." Well, that was the end of my career as a television broadcaster and the beginning of my career as a banker. He sucked me into banking. So I actually asked him out, believe it or not. So I mustered up the courage. Thank you, Danny. Here we are 32 years later. Early in my career, I was very driven, very ambitious. I liked to win, and I liked to be number one. I was a top performer, and I was promoted to branch manager of a bank when I was 25 years old, and then a district manager when I was 30 years old. One night, I was at a company event in San Francisco, and my boss's boss at the time approached me, and he leaned in and he said, "Judy, congratulations. You're a beautiful woman, and you're an incredible cheerleader, but does anybody know how smart you are? If you want to keep moving up in this company, you have to be really smart." So you can imagine how I felt about that. Within 3 years of that interaction, I earned my graduate degree in banking from the University of Washington. Thank you. A few years later, I had the opportunity to interview for another big promotion. I got to interview with the same leader. Yeah, so a couple days after the interview, which I thought went really well, he called me and he said, "Judy, I wanted you to know I hired somebody else." So I said, I really want to learn from this experience. Can you please give me some feedback? What skills, what qualifications does this other candidate have that I don't? And he said, "You know what, Judy? He was really, really smart." So within 30 days, I interviewed and accepted an incredible, even better, bigger promotion at another company. And I'm not naming names. This is not about the company, but this is about overcoming some obstacles. So, these are just a few of many defining moments in my professional career that could have derailed me. And the point is, it didn't. It absolutely drove me. It fueled me to do more and achieve more and be the best that I could be. So I'm grateful for these, what were perceived as obstacles in my career. I'm actually really grateful. I learned so much, and I persevered, and I went forward. I was talking to my brother the other day, who's here today. We were chatting about preparing for this, and we were talking about the lessons that we learned from our parents. And we remembered an instance one night. I was about 10 years old, and my mom came home. She was about 33 years old. She was going to San Diego State, working on her bachelor's degree, and she was really upset. And my dad asked her, "What's wrong?" And she said one of her professors had handed her a paper that she had turned in. Remember, English was her second language. And he said, "Why are you doing this? You don't have to be here. You have 2 young kids at home. Go home. Take care of your family." And she was really upset and didn't know if she could continue. And my dad said, "What are you going to do? Are you going to listen to him, or are you going to listen to yourself?" So my mom did pursue her education. She did get her bachelor's degree and then went on to get her master's. What a huge inspiration to us. I'm sure everyone in this room can think of someone who once said something that made you question your ability or your self-worth. And also someone who encouraged you and encouraged you to strive for your goals. We all have a unique story, and as insignificant as you believe your story may be, you need to tell it. It's what connects us to one another, and it's what helps us achieve and be motivated and inspired and thrive. I'd like to thank Junior Achievement for this incredible award. I want to congratulate my fellow laureates. This is such an honor. I'm so grateful to have had the opportunity to serve on the board and be chair for Junior Achievement for many years. I just commend the work that you do with these young kids. They need us, all of us. So everything you're hearing about the programs that we do as Junior Achievement, I still say we. I still feel connected. It's important and it matters. Thank you for giving today. I'd also like to recognize, this is where the waterworks come in, my family. Will you stand up, please? Make me feel better. Thank you. My incredible family that's here. My husband, Danny, my brother-in-law, David, my daughter, Jordan, Nicholas, my brother, Gilbert, my mother-in-law, Barbara, I have John and Christine, and then, of course, my dear, dear friends that are also here. I really appreciate your love and support. I know you've been through all this with me, the ups, the downs, and I've had a lot to celebrate. Please don't get me wrong, I've had an incredible career, and I'm so grateful, and thank you for today.
Did you forget something? Our final Hall of Fame inductee has deep roots in the Pajaro Valley ag community. Dick Peixoto, did I say that right? Peixoto's grandfather first came to California at the turn of the 20th century, raising 9 children and farming potatoes on Beach Road in Watsonville. Dick's dad served in World War II, then came home to manage a fertilizer business while raising 7 children of his own. Big families. Dick grew up immersed in the world of agriculture. His first job was picking strawberries for Driscoll's at the age of 12, which helped instill a lifelong work ethic, hard work ethic. He also demonstrated an impressive entrepreneurial instinct from a very young age. Started his first commercial operation farming 40 acres while still in high school. Dick asked a lot of questions, learned from a lot of different local farmers and experts. He was willing to challenge conventional approaches and think big. As Dick puts it, he learned to look over the fence, see what they were doing, and then do it better. As is typical in farming, there were some lean years. One year, a bean harvesting machine almost bankrupted him. One year, he decided to grow strawberries. Seemed like it was the worst strawberry year growers ever had. So then he switched to lettuce, and well, lettuce growers had their worst year ever. But through it all, he developed his formula for success: passion for the work, unwavering commitment to his customers and to his employees. That commitment, coupled with his vision and instinct as an entrepreneur, led Dick to pursue organic growing at a time when many felt it was impossible on a commercial scale. In 1996, think about 1996 in organic farming, it wasn't like today. So in 1996, while farming 2,000 acres of conventional lettuce, Dick started Lakeside Organic Gardens with 50 acres of organic vegetables. He grew the business up to 400 acres by 2001. A partnership with a like-minded grower in Southern California led to desert production to fill in the winter months. They soon became year-round shippers and were able to sign major customers like Whole Foods to year-round contracts. By 2005, Lakeside Organic Gardens was growing so fast that Dick decided to stop all conventional growing and transition 100% of his land to organic farming. Lakeside continued double-digit growth year by year. In 2015, the company bought 3 large ranches from the Cicada family to solidify its land base in the Pajaro Valley. In 2017, they built a state-of-the-art cooling and shipping facility. Today, the company farms a total of 4,800 acres of vegetables statewide. Along the way, Dick has also become a restaurateur, serving his organic fare to fine diners at his restaurant, the California Grill, on Green Valley Road in Watsonville. Asked to name his greatest achievement outside of his family, Dick's first thought turns to his team. Lakeside employs more than 300 team members today, many of whom have been with Dick for decades. Dick never drives through the fields with his windows up, always down. He engages with the team and listens. Teamwork matters. As Dick puts it, you can try to climb a hay pile on your own, but you'll likely fail. Find a partner to boost you up, and soon you'll both be sitting comfortably on top. Lakeside is committed to their team and their community. They give 100% of their employees annual bonuses and support Second Harvest Food Bank and 20 other local nonprofits. Dick has been married to his wife, Maricela, for 29 years. They live happily in the home they built in Aroma shortly after their wedding. They raised 3 kids there, all of whom still live in the Pajaro Valley and are raising their own families. And the Lakeside Organic Garden family continues to thrive, supporting generations of local employees and filling the plates on the Central Coast and well beyond. Right now, I would like to call to the podium a representative of the Watsonville Mayor's Office, Kathy Tafton, for a few words.
Well, good afternoon. I have something special that is down here. I am Kathy Trafton. I am from Watsonville, and I am here as a representative of Mayor Ari Parker, our wonderful new mayor in the city of Watsonville. She is really sorry she can't be here today. She is a school teacher. She's been teaching school for more than 30 years, and today is a school day. So that's how it goes. She doesn't get to go to Pebble Beach, but I'm thrilled that she asked me to come to honor Dick Pichotte with this proclamation. She's a great fan of his, as am I, for his tremendous philanthropy throughout the community. In his quiet, very effective way, he has helped so many people in so many ways, and we all appreciate the bounty from his fields and the largesse in his big heart. So I won't read you the entire proclamation. It's full of whereases, and it has many wonderful things to say about Dick that he very much deserves. But it does mention him picking strawberries at age 12, and the stories go that, he would leave class in high school to go irrigate his crops and then come back to school. He was very enterprising and just a terrific man. I've always been such a fan, as is Mayor Parker. But I will read to you the very end of the proclamation, where Mayor Ari Parker says, as the mayor of the city of Watsonville in the state of California, on behalf of the city council, hereby congratulate Dick Pichotte on being inducted into the Monterey Business Hall of Fame and wish him continued success in all future endeavors. This is such a pleasure for me as a Watsonville native with a family going back 6 generations in farming myself. It takes one to know one, but I have tremendous respect and absolutely am thrilled to present this on behalf of the mayor of the city of Watsonville, Ari Parker. Dick?
Thank you. Hi, everybody. Let's see, public speaking's not my forte, but and I didn't even bring my notes with me or nothing. So I just wanted to say, well, I'm the one being honored today, but we really should honor the junior achievement because they've accomplished something that happens very, very few times, and that's to get me in a suit and get me out of the field in the middle of the week. It's kind of rare. So that's, you don't know how big an achievement that is. So but they are a fantastic organization, and I'd like to say a little bit about Lakeside. Obviously, kind of got the rundown there, but the big thing is you know, I have a saying that, you know, that as a business owner, it's not only about profit. It's about establishing wealth in the community, in your employees and your vendors. And we have a saying, everybody can win. And so that's the saying that we live by. And so, you know, when we started Lakeside Organics, it wasn't just about creating a company to make a profit. It was about to make our community better. I'm proud to say that over the years, we put over 100 million tons less chemicals in the Paro Valley than if we were farming that ground conventionally. And that's got to have a positive effect on the community. You know, we ship our vegetables through every state in the United States, including Alaska and Hawaii, and quite a bit in Canada. And I mean, we're serving millions of servings per day to help people live better lives and help their health become healthier in their goals. And we take a lot of pride in that too, and we take it very serious. And we work hard to, you know, reduce our waste. We work with outfits like Misfits, Produce and Imperfect. We were actually in national news a few weeks ago with and to show what we do for you know, and to try to cut down on food waste. And then, you know, the thing I always say that I am up here, I get the award, I get all this in the points and everything, but you know, it's really about 300 employees out there that are doing right now, and I say they're always, I'm just the guy that steers the ship, but they're the guys who are rowing, and without the guys rowing the boat, we don't get anywhere. And so we really do work as a team to make it a team effort. You know, I'm involved in, and anybody, I've got a few of my employees here, they would tell you that if they came up here and talked, they would tell you that I'm involved in everything from the start to the finish, and I want to make sure that everybody is treated fairly, and I take that very serious and I think through the pandemic has been a real challenge. I said, you know, I've always been responsible for people's livelihoods, but now I'm responsible for people's lives, and it's been quite a challenge to get through this last couple of years and make that happen. And I feel very, very proud of what we've been able to do to protect people over the last couple of years, and it's been a challenge. As far as the Junior Achievement, I mean, it's a phenomenal organization. I didn't know too much about them for the last couple of years, and now I'm a firm believer in them. We cannot, all the nonprofits that we support, they're pros at what they do. The Second Harvest Food Bank gets food to people. You know, the Coats for Kids gets coats to kids that actually don't have coats that need coats. You know, Families in Transition is families that are really having a tough time, and so going back to my saying of helping the guy get up to the next level on the stack of hay, so that he can help you push you up to the next level. And I'm a firm believer in a small community like we have. We really do have to help each other to keep climbing that stack of hay. So the person that was on the bottom, if we give them a hand up, they can become a part of making a better community. And so I've just been a firm believer in that, and that's the way we run our business. We have good years and bad years. In good years, we work with the community to make it better. In bad years, we hunker down and get ready for the next good year. It's just the way business works. And so, so all of our organizations done that. Junior Achievement is another one. I can't go to all the schools and do what they do. You know, I had a Zoom meeting with a school a few weeks ago, and it was kind of a cool conversation I had with them, because like I said, I started in high school. I didn't go to college, and there was about 8 kids on the Zoom meeting, and so the one guy asked me, he says, hey man, you started when you were in high school. How come I can't do that? And I said, well, you can, but I said I had to work a lot harder to get to where I wanted to go. And I said, well, I would encourage you to stay in school, get an education, you know. And he says, yeah, but dude, you've been successful. And I said, well, yeah, but like going back to it, I said, I'll encourage you, get the education. Otherwise, you got a lot more hard work ahead of you. Get the education, work within the industry, whatever industry you decide to, and you'll eventually get there. But it takes a lot of commitment, and you have to have a passion for what you do. And we definitely have a passion for what we do, and that includes our business, and that includes any kind of philanthropy that we do within the community. You know, so I just want to give a thumbs up to the Junior Achievement for all they do. We're going to be looking for the next generation of farmers, which are very few out there. There's not too many that have the passion and the commitment to do the farming in the future. But and I encourage a lot of the younger kids that, you know, you got to get out of your mind that a farm worker is a guy swinging the hoe, and you got to put in your mind of where we're going today is a farm worker is going to be the guy that's going to fix the robot that's going to swing the hoe. And that's where the industry's headed right now. Is there's so many opportunities on the horizon. I mean, you know, when I started farming, I started with a 23 horsepower tractor that was started with a rope, and now my son drives a 500 horsepower tractor that steers itself and can call the service truck to tell it what time it's going to need fuel without him touching a button. So we've come a long way in one generation, and we're going to go a lot more in the next generation. And so I think we got to get ready for that. I think that Junior Achievement's a great tool that we have in our community, and we should all support them to help those kids get to the next level so they can be a great part of this community. Thank you.
I don't know. Dick said that he wasn't a public speaker. I think you did just fine. Just off the cuff. Don't you love that? Remarkable group of leaders that we have honored today, a remarkable group of leaders in this room. Just another round of applause for everything that you do and for weathering the last couple of years. I know it's been tough. Better days are ahead, that's for sure. Also, thank you to Junior Achievement for asking me back. I'll keep coming back as much as you. I believe in this. I think it's, as Dick said, it's how we teach our kids and how we get them ready for the future. And economics is a big part of that. So thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting Junior Achievement. If you haven't donated yet, perhaps you will think about that on your way out, and we will see all of you next year. It's been great being here in person. Thank you. Have a great day.